Welcome to Rauta. This video is done in commercial collaboration with our sponsor, Steelfest. Hello and welcome to Rauta's Inferno 2023 take, the last one before the actual festival, which is taking place tomorrow. That is from Thursday to Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be with my camera people at the Inferno 2023, and you can expect some interviews. Now, there are always some uncertainties when it comes to these video interviews because, as you might guess, artists are busy people. Sometimes communication fails because there's things and all that stuff. So I'm not going to say all of these happen, but as it looks like now, it's going to be interesting. Now, there have been some late changes, replacements in the lineup, which also affects us a little bit, mind you, just a little bit, because most of these interviews were set up with the bands that haven't been replaced by any just of yet anyway. Now, there were a few bands which I wanted to interview. Some of them just said no, including but not limited to bands like Devil or Emperor. And various bands had various reasons. Like, for example, Emperor had, I think, timing schedule issues. Devil not doing video interviews. Some bands like Wolves in the Throne Room, Amorphis didn't even get a reply from them or their representative. So to be honest, I don't know what's going on with them. But then again, there were lots of also bands which I have previously interviewed, like past 3-4 years. So I wasn't exactly going to do them this time again. That includes, but it's not definitely limited to, bands like Dark Funeral or Cannibal Corpse and so forth, including Harakiri for the Sky. So a lot of interesting bands in my opinion when it comes to, as a fan of live music and metal music in general, but also for various styles. But for bands like Amorphis, which I know is not the kind of a main focus group when it comes to Rauta channel, it would have been interesting to interview them, but their representative never actually came back to me. So I don't know what's going on with some of these bands, but it is what it is. So now I'm going to list the ones that are supposed to happen, and then I'm going to mention Rauta meeting for followers, fans, if there are any, and just random people who are right there at the venue, right at the festival, and just gonna wanted to grab a beer with me or my camera people, or who just want to come say hi. So yeah, please do come say hi. That's taking place on Friday when there are no set dates for interviews. Now, if things, however, work like they're supposed to, I have planned interview with Nervosa from Brazil and also Nurdivel, which is actually not actually playing there, but they recently, I recently reviewed their latest album already last year, and it's really, really good. And those guys being around the venue on Thursday, I hope to get them going on. And there was also talk, but this was very, very recently because it was only today when I noticed that Blood Red Throne actually replaced 1914 from Ukraine. This is something that I would like to interview, but this being so close to the actual date, I don't know if it's possible. So Nervosa and Nurdivel are the ones that have been actually agreed. Now for Friday, there were a lot of bands I was interested to do, like Godless, Wolves in the Throne Room, um, Amorphis, uh, and none of them would happen. Like I said, Audio, then again, is happening, but just not on Friday, which I'm happy for. And Wolves in the Throne Room is something that I have interviewed before, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't like my reply to remove their earlier interview, and maybe they or were just too busy to get it done. So nothing happening on Friday. But Saturday it's going to be also very, very interesting. My personal favorites are then, for example, Vatain interview is supposedly finally happening. That was already supposed to take place around 2018 or 2019 when they were playing in Finland, but didn't happen back then. So let's hope for that. Arcturus never got a response from their representative, so I don't know. That would have been interesting also to interview. And some of the guys also similar Zine playing in Doldvode Ens Navn, so didn't even approach them. But I mean, these are kind of bands that could have been interesting to do. Kyrie, I luckily got to interview last year, so that's taken care of. But with Vatine, also Nile interview is supposed to take place, so that at least is something which I'm very, very much interested in. And also Odium interview is supposed to take place on Saturday, so it's gonna be a busy, busy day, and I'm very, very interested in that. Now, when it comes to Sunday, I'm supposed to have an interview with Avsky, but there was had some communication issue, so I'm not sure. And Unleashed is something that I unfortunately couldn't reach for that. Also, Urgahal and Uada, they were not available. Urgahal not at this point. Uada don't really do video interviews. So a lot of nopes, some maybes, and all that stuff. And then there's one special one which I don't want to announce. I'm gonna keep you just guessing which one it might be, because this is very, very unsure if it's going to happen, but we'll see about that on Sunday, and I will be doing content about that. Now the meeting, I decided to do the meeting on Friday based on the schedule I have set up with the bands going to be interviewed, and that is Friday midday beers. That is around 12, give or take, assuming no surprise elements take into play. It's going to happen at the hub, the Clarion Hotel, where at least most of the, I guess, fans and bands are going to sleep, take residency, including me and my camera person. We're gonna stay at the hub, and that was already last year the place, the venue where we did those interviews, and also just general meet and greet and beer was taking place. And so this year I decided that Friday midday, roughly give or take, should be at the place to meet at the hub bar. Should there be some changes, like some, I don't know, surprise interview taking place at the very time, very not likely, then I won't be there. But keep your eyes peeled for Rauta's Facebook or Instagram, and if I have the time, also Rauta's Discord should be the places where you get recent information should some changes occur or take place. Talking of which means that this week, for the rest of the week, there won't be daily Rauta videos. So in case you're wondering what's going on, you will come back to see these videos taking place, and there are no longer daily videos, no reviews or whatsoever, because I am doing a pilot run with shorts videos, shorts being YouTube shorts, probably uploading them on Facebook, on Instagram, should the network access be like fully functional, a network connection that is. And I'm gonna do shorts video on the festival, be it at the venue, like meeting random people right there, maybe short clips of some live ones, I don't know. You're gonna probably see some Martti videos. Those of you who don't know what Martti is, well, you will see. And then also, if the artists are okay with it, I will also upload shorts videos on artists as well. So there's supposed to be at least 1 or 2 daily shorts videos about the event or what's going in Oslo and all that stuff. And if this works, then I'm gonna apply this same idea to Steelfest later this spring as well. So you're gonna be bombarded on the channel for the next 5 days or so, or technically speaking this one and 4 days after, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, Norwegian content. And next week, on Monday onwards, once again, normal review videos and stuff like that takes place. And when it comes to the interviews, it depends how quickly I'm able to get the footage from my camera crew. And when my editor is done with it, you will get those videos on the channel roughly, probably one interview every 2 weeks. That is the tentative schedule for all the content. And of course, Patreon supporters will get those interviews days or like week before the actual dates and all that stuff. So once again, I want to also use this video as my place to thank you for all the supporters through Patreon site, because it's via your funding that this trip was made possible. Why so? Because traveling costs, hotels and flights and all that stuff. So this is all thanks to you taking place. So let's hope you will enjoy those shorts videos, and let's hope you will also enjoy some of these interviews which will take place during the spring. And should you have any questions, just send me the questions either on Instagram or Rauta's Facebook page, or Facebook site, whatever, or my private Facebook. That is also okay. If you have my phone number, you can also send WhatsApp or Signal questions and whatever. But meanwhile, I hope to make you interesting content, and welcome on board. See you at Inferno. Should you be there, come say hello and see you there. Bye bye.